What are some leadership lessons that you've learned that have been valuable to your experience and success here?
That's a really good question. So, one of the ones is always know that you don't have all the answers, and know it always helps to know who to go to. But if you need help, always just ask. I feel it's very easy to feel whenever you're tasked with a problem, or if you're given charge of something, to feel like you have to be the one to have all the ideas. And that's just not the way it's not the way it works here. And that's not always the way it works in the real military. If you have questions, ask. There's always someone willing to help. And I think another one is always be willing to listen to what people who you're working with, whoever you're trying to lead, and just people who have a lot more experience than you, listen to what they have to say and take their advice and be willing to act on that, be willing to use that. I think another one, I already said it, is be good to the people that you lead. If you treat them well, they'll always treat you well. They'll always return that in spades, is what I found. And another thing, I guess it builds on that last point. If you look out for people, that always look out for you, because there are days whenever someone's going to need you to have their back, and there are days whenever you're going to need somebody to have your back, and you never know which day it is. But if you always treat people with respect and dignity, that you'll always be on the right side of it.
Now, when it comes to giving guidance or instructions or feedback that might not be positive, how do you approach those kinds of have you had to do that? And then if so, how do you approach that?
Yes, ma'am. Those tough conversations, that confrontation is something that no one really likes, but it's definitely one of those necessary evils, I guess you can say, if you want to grow as a leader and if you really want to achieve anything in life. Everything's going to have its own problems and hardships. So usually the way I'll approach that, especially with my peers, is that I'll bring it to their attention, always in a respectful manner. Like, hey, this is what I'm noticing that you're doing. This is what I need you to do. And then always give them a chance to explain their side or explain what's going on. Because sometimes there's something going on with that person that you may not have been aware of. So knowing that can definitely help you address the problem area further. And usually, especially here, it's always really good, received very well. That's why we have an active chain of command, so that whenever it comes down to difference in opinion, always try and compromise, try and find the best solution that fits the most people or what's most practical in that situation. And if it's one proposal or the other, always let the best idea prevail. It doesn't matter whose it is or who gets the credit.